Massive warning for everyone that owns Bitcoin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video, welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, I have 2 amazing news articles, I have 4 amazing charts, and I have 1 inspirational quote to end the video. Short but powerful video on this beautiful Thursday, Bitcoin at 103k. Let's dive into the news first, guys. Bam! The first news article is about something that I really don't like, but I need to pay attention to this article because all of you that hold a little bit of Bitcoin, please understand this. This is the wrong thing that most people are doing. You can learn a very valuable lesson from this, guys. In 2024, individuals sold 520,000 BTC. ETFs, corporations, governments, institutional investors, they bought more than 800,000 Bitcoins. This was 2024. So individuals, people that should be making profits, selling their Bitcoins already in 2024, 500,000, and institutional investors, spot ETFs, buying more than 800,000. This already told us in 2024 there was a shift from retail investors, those people that really need Bitcoin to create generational wealth, to institutions that really don't need generational wealth because most of them already achieved that status of generation wealth. They just want to become even more filthy rich. And they now start to use Bitcoin for that because they understand that Bitcoin will go higher in price. Now, you would think in 2025, people got smarter, they saw that the Bitcoin bull market started in 2024, that they would be buying in 2025. But no, what did the individuals do? Just check this chart over there. They sold 247,000 Bitcoins from January till now. And this while all those institutions, all those spot ETFs, all those corporations and governments bought 225,000 Bitcoins. So again, individuals selling their Bitcoins and all the centralized entities buying a shitload of Bitcoins. So this is now the second year in a row that individuals are selling their precious Bitcoins, the best performing assets of ages. They're selling their Bitcoins to spot ETFs, governments, institutions, etc. All those centralized entities that we have been fighting against. The reason why Bitcoin even exists, that's because we wanted to have a monetary system created by the people for the people. And what are the people doing again? Because of greed, giving, selling their Bitcoins to those centralized entities that we are fighting, guys. Sorry for that noise in the back. I think they are sweeping something over there, guys. That is the first news item. I really don't like what I see happening in this industry. I am a peaceful anarchy Bitcoin OG believer. I really think Bitcoin can save us from a very drastic future that is really centralized, the central bank's digital currency future, where they can freeze your assets whenever they want. If you drive through a wrong traffic light, or if you shout to a person, or if you text a wrong WhatsApp text to somebody and they freeze your assets, that's what I expect as a centralized future. And you're giving your Bitcoins to those people that are creating that future. We should hold the Bitcoin and create a decentralized future where we have a currency that guarantees our privacy and that guarantees our self-custody, that nobody can take away from us and that nobody will be able to freeze. That is the future we should create for the next generation, for our children, for your children, for all the children of our children. They need to have a freedom future, and Bitcoin is the only tool that can create financial freedom for us at the moment, guys. Why would we be giving away that freedom tool to those centralized entities? That's the most stupid thing I've seen in the last decade when it comes to Bitcoin. And yes, I've been in this industry since 2013, so I know what I'm talking about. This is wrong. You should be buying Bitcoins. When you see that countries start to adopt, institutional investors start to adopt, spot ETFs, all of these start to buy Bitcoin, you should be buying Bitcoin as well. That is the secret, accumulating Bitcoin, the only asset that has a limited amount of 21 million Bitcoin. Will take till the year 2140. That is why we consider it as the gold of the 21st century, guys. Please be aware of this. It's very important that you understand this if you're holding Bitcoins. Don't sell those Bitcoins to the centralized entities, guys. First news item. Let's jump into the second news item. On May 9th, guys, Coinbase saw a massive outflow of Bitcoins. More than 9,000 Bitcoins, more than $1 billion worth of Bitcoin flowed out of Coinbase. Coinbase have never seen such a huge outflow ever before in this year 2025, guys. That's massive outflows happening there. Why are these outflows happening? Because the demand is massive. Coinbase is selling, for example, to the spot ETFs. The demand is massive. The demand until now already was more than 200,000 Bitcoins. That is the total amount of Bitcoins that will be mined in the full year of 2025. How do we know that there is 200,000 Bitcoins being mined in 2025? Because each 10-minute block, 3.125 Bitcoins are being mined. If you take 10 minutes and 24 hours, you will have 144 blocks. If you multiply 144 times 3.125, then you get to a total of around 450 Bitcoins each day. When you then take 365 days times 450 BTC, you end up somewhere around 165,000 Bitcoins this year. The demand now has already been 200,000. We are not even on 50% of 2025. When this demand keeps growing and there is no supply, that will lead into a supply shock. That is also what all the technical analysts and all the financial analysts on Bloomberg, all over the world, CNBC, they are all expecting the same. There is not enough supply for the demand that is being created. We already bought up 200,000 Bitcoins in the first 4.5 months. We still have 7.5 months to go, and there is no other Bitcoins to be bought of the miners. The exchanges are also running out of Bitcoins. Coinbase, another 9,000 Bitcoins less. All other exchanges, Bybit, Binance, they see massive withdrawals of their Bitcoins. There is not enough Bitcoins anymore to fulfill the demand. This will lead into a supply shock, and a supply shock will lead into a massive pump in the price. That is why I still expect at the end of this month to see a 120K, but at the end of this year to see this new bull market top around 160,000 US dollar. Please understand these numbers. These numbers are very important to understand. It's only 450 new Bitcoins each day. That's only 160,000 Bitcoins each year. If we already bought up 200,000 Bitcoins now, just imagine what will happen in the next 7.5 months, guys. Please understand it. And yes, when we will see a blow off top, there will be a bear market crash of 12 months, like always. But at least the next 6-7 months, you will still be able to make shit loads of profits, guys. Now, I'm going to jump now into the charts to show you exactly what is happening to Bitcoin, short term, mid term, and long term. Let's jump into them and see what Bitcoin has to show us, guys. Bam. Use my special link down below here to sign up to Bybit and claim your amazing bonus up to 30,000 US dollar. You will receive $30 for just signing up. Use my link down below and click it now. The first chart for today, guys, a beautiful chart, 4-hour chart. Let me get some coffee. This 4-hour chart is showing us that we are going sideways now around that 103K level. Amazing. That was the target. You remember that circle. I'm going to delete the circle now, but that was the target. Now, what are we going to do? You know, we try to go down. We just bounce back up. Beautiful V-shape, you know, here bounce, coming down again a little bit. This is just a normal pattern for Bitcoin to contract this Bollinger Band, and we go sideways. And after going sideways, we always see a move. If that move is down or up, that's the question. But I believe the next move will be up in the next 2 weeks, guys. In the next 2 weeks, I believe we will see a 20% move. A 20% move means coming somewhere around 120K, guys. Just to show you, my target is somewhere over Here I will draw the target. So for me, if this move continues like sideways somewhere, then we break out towards like 25 May, somewhere over there, 6 May there. There's the target for me, 26 May around my birthday. That's the 23rd, so somewhere in this area, I believe we will reach 120K. Beautiful push that would be. Is that a push that we haven't seen before? No, we have seen these pushes many times before. Just look back to here. That was the same kind of push, guys. That I expect again. So if you zoom out a little bit, you can see this huge push over here that we saw. This huge push, bam, there, then sideways, and then push again. That's what I expect. Now, let's see if that happens, but that's my 4-hour chart. If I look at the weekly chart, I can see something really interesting. This latest weekly close, this close was around $104,080. The highest weekly close ever was this one, $104,515, this green candle. So we almost had a higher weekly close. Please understand that. Maybe this candle that we are building now, and it will end in 3 days and 2 hours, maybe 22 hours, maybe that one will have a higher weekly close. We need to go higher with the close of the candle than 104,515, then we would have the highest weekly close. Not an all-time high, but at least a weekly candle that closed higher than the previous highest weekly close, which means a bullish move towards that 120K target, guys. That is my vision on the charts. MACD cross there, hash ribbon buy signal, RSI still not topping out. I think we're up for some magical fireworks towards the end of May, guys, and definitely also towards the end of the year. Now, but let's quickly jump into some other charts to show you exactly what I mean with where we are in this cycle over here, guys. This is the first chart that I want to share with you. That's not a chart, but it's like a table that's very important for you to understand. Why? Because of this table, you will understand how small Bitcoin still is, guys. Now, if we look at agricultural commodities that started 6,000 BCE, at the moment, there has a global trade value of 1 to 2 trillion US dollar, okay? If we look at gold, the precious metals, that started 3000 BCE, that now has a total of 15 trillion US dollar, of which 6 trillion investable at the moment. That's a huge market cap. But that one is already more than 3,000 years old, guys. Now we have currencies, for example, fiat, that's like 700 BCE, that's now trillions of dollars. It's counted around 21 trillion US dollar of currencies. It's not a market cap, but it's a massive economic impact, like first coins were in Lydia, okay? Currencies. Now we have equities, stocks, 1602 CE, that one has now 120 trillion US dollar global market cap. Bonds, almost 1700 CE, has 130 trillion dollar global market cap. Real estate, 1800, that is now at 380 trillion dollar market cap. Energy commodities at 2.3 trillion dollar. And now we have cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, January 2009. That's a little bit younger than all of these. These are a little bit older. And still, in that short lifespan, Bitcoin already reached 1.4 trillion and a total market cap of crypto of 2.5 trillion US dollar. Just understand, we are just here since 2009 and we're already competing with agricultural commodities. We are competing with energy commodities, and in my opinion we will even start to compete in the future, guys, with gold, with the 15 trillion, maybe even with real estate, 380 trillion. A lot of this money that we can see over there will slowly start to flow into here as well, because these people that invest in all of this, they will want to diversify their portfolio and add a little bit of Bitcoin. And that's also why money will flow into Bitcoin, because it's the best performing asset. It's outperforming all of these. And all those people see that, and that's why they want to hodl a little bit of Bitcoin. Important chart. Now this one is showing us that we have never seen an illiquid supply this high, guys. The illiquid supply is really high. We haven't seen an illiquid supply of more than 14 million Bitcoins ever. And an illiquid supply means Bitcoins that are not liquid, not accessible in a very quickly way on an exchange. They are off exchanges. They are in hardware wallets, self-custodial services. They are illiquid. Nobody can buy them because they are not on the market. They are there, they are created, they are minted, but they are in my pockets and my hardware wallets. I'm not willing to sell them, so they are illiquid. When I send them into an exchange, they become liquid. Now, 14 million Bitcoins are illiquid at the moment, guys. That's massive. Here at the bull market top, we were talking at a top of around 13.4 million illiquid Bitcoins. And already now, without having a top, we are here, 14 million. Massive number of Bitcoins that can't be sold at the moment. We can also see that the volatility is decreasing. Like the volatility of Bitcoin historically was way more volatile. Over here you can see this was the volatility, the standard deviation of daily returns. We are now at 1.92. That's not a bull market top. A bull market top is around this area over there, guys. When we reach the 6 or the 7, that's the bull market tops. At the moment, I believe the bull market top volatility will be around this 5 somewhere over there, 5 to 6. If we go there with the orange line, that for me will be the bull market top. But we can see that Bitcoin is getting less volatile. So yes, each next bull market, we will get less return on investments, but still outperforming all the other assets. So for me, that's the reason why I'm staying in Bitcoin and not going to any other assets, because Bitcoin, even with less volatility, is still outperforming all of those other ones, as Bitcoin is giving me, at the moment even, a 30% CAGR, like a 30% profit, compounded profit on all my assets that are in Bitcoin. And I can't make that with real estate, I can't make that with any other asset, just with Bitcoin. So I will hodl Bitcoin, and I will see Bitcoin as the future money, but also the future gold. And that's why all my capital is in Bitcoin, because I trust Bitcoin will outperform all those other assets, and by that give me a higher purchasing power in the next couple of decades, and even leave a purchasing power after for my kids and their kids, maybe even generational wealth. Now the last chart for the day, guys, is this one. You've seen this many more times of my video, and I still keep sharing this one because this one shows you very clearly that when we were here, I was sharing this chart and I told you guys, yes, we will see a pullback like the green and like the pink, and then after this pullback we start around block 52 to 500. We will start to go up into that last phase over there where the bull market tops happen. And that is where this orange line is going now. It's going steeper than I expected, so this steeply could even rise above 160k or above 200k even, but my target is still 160k. So the target for me, if you would take it with a bandwidth, would be in this area. That is where I say this orange line is going to end up. And that is what we did in 2021, that is what we did in 2017, and that's also what we did in 2013 and 14, guys. We went up massively in this phase of the bull market. I believe from here we will go to this area over there in this next 7 months. That were all the charts for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed them. Give them already a thumbs up. I hope you really enjoyed those charts, guys. Short term, a lot of volatility, which is amazing for the traders. Long term, same price targets, guys. 120k end of May, pull back to around 100k, and then in the end of this year, I believe 160,000 US dollar per Bitcoin is the bull market top. We will be dollar cost averaging out of Bitcoin with our trading portfolio towards that bull market top, and we'll be buying those Bitcoins back towards the bear market bottom end of 2026, beginning of 2027. That is how we ride the 4-year cycle as a family, and how we guide all our VIPs to these cycles already for a couple of years, guys. So please understand, what we have been doing is pretty successful. So you could do the same if you just start to follow this channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and start maybe to join our VIP groups at DDBAM, so you will be guided a little bit more through these 4-year cycles, guys. Now that were the charts. Let's quickly jump now into the last part of the video. By the way, guys, the DDBAM Portfolio Manager is live since yesterday. I showed it live in the AMA. We had a little bit of a hiccup during the AMA. Everything is up and running now, beautiful, smoothly. You can now, if you own 10,000 DDBAM tokens, get that tool for free. You can add all the tokens you have in your portfolio to that tool, and that tool will tell you when to buy and when to sell. And if you click the buy or the sell button, you will be able to see why you're selling and why you're buying. So there's educational value combined with financial guidance in this tool. And that's only one of the possibilities in the tool. At the moment we have 16 other possibilities in that same tool as well, and you will get free access if you hodl 10,000 DDBAM tokens. Those DDBAM tokens, they will not lose value at the moment, they are only increasing in value. At the moment 10,000 DDBAM tokens will cost you around $1,000. If we keep the price stable and you don't like those tools anymore, you just sell your DDBAM tokens to the market and you will be getting back your $1,000, but you had the possibility to try out all of these amazing tools. More than 20 tools, I think, in total now in our group, guys. So if you want to get access, just go to Uniswap, buy 10,000 DDBAM tokens, connect your wallet to our interface, and you will be able to use all of these tools for free, guys. And if DDBAM token goes up in value, you're even making profits while you're using all those tools. That is the core message behind DDBAM and the core goal of our community, to make our community grow not only in educational value but also financially. So don't go there and buy some DDBAM tokens and you will see that the market cap is around 2 million now. Yeah, let's bring it back to 3 or 4 million by you all buying 10,000 DDBAM tokens. Now let's jump into the last part. The inspirational quote for today, guys. Yes, of course, after rain comes sunshine, and that's exactly what we see today. The sun started shining again here in Phuket. We had a couple of days of heavy rain. That was amazing because I could do all my things that I still need to do, all the administration that I need to do inside, maybe some things in the new house that we need to decorate, all of that stuff, and preparing for the birthdays of my daughter Jessa, but also of my wife Romain. Her birthday is tomorrow, the 16th. Jessa is the 18th of May, and I am the 26th of May. So that's, for me, it's always about flexibility being that new stability. If I'm flexible and I don't plan too much, I will just go with that flow. And if that flow is telling me, oh, it's raining, I will go to a shopping mall and I will do my shopping that I need to do for those birthdays. If the raining is taking 2 days, I will do all my administration that I need to do on all that stuff. So I always live with this flow that whatever the weather it is, whatever the weather is, rainy or stormy or snowy, I always adapt my life to that. And by that I have never stressed. The only reason why I can adapt my life to that is because I live this freedom life, because I have the capital working for me and I don't work for a boss that tells me you need to be here now, 8 hours a day, every day behind that desk over there. You just need to sit and do your job. If I would have that job, I could never adapt my life to whatever weather it is. So for me, it's always a beautiful quote when they say, yeah, after the rain, the sun will shine. Yes. But a lot of people can't adapt their life to that quote. And I think the main goal for people should be achieving that freedom state of mind, but also that freedom state of life, that they can adopt to that goal. Whatever it is that the external factors give you, you can adopt your life. If there is some kind of lockdown or some kind of like obligatory jab or face diaper or whatever it is, we will be able to move. Flexibility is the new stability. That is our favorite motto. Flexibility is the new stability, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news? What do you think about the charts? And what do you think about the inspirational quote? This time a little bit shorter, but I'm hurrying up because somebody needs to work here in the garden at the moment, guys. So I'm stopping this video now. I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow again. Bam.